for the sake of the camera, I'm going to announce what we're doing. You guys all know me. So, yeah. Tell me when it's ready, hon.
It's already recorded.
Oh. Take two. Hello, this is Julie and Kyle with Creative Stitches in East Helena, Montana.
Hello.
Hello. Today's date is what?
The 31st
of July, 2026. And we are here to do a trunk show of 10 Sisters Easy Piecing Grid. And I'm going to talk about the product and what it is and the beauty of it. And I'm going to show you a bunch of quilts that I have made, Kyle's made,
Buddy made one.
Gail made a couple.
Joanna.
My sister Joanna, she's
Bonnie.
made some. Bonnie. So we have a smattering of things that people have brought that they've made. And then I'm going to show you the piece de resistance of my quilting experience. My fish. That my son, Caleb, they're living in a camper right now. And so they had moved everything into storage. I'm like, I need that fish. And so he had to go dig to try to find where they had put the quilts in storage because it's summertime. They don't need a quilt right now. So yeah, he did. And my grandson, one of them is his, and he said, oh, she really needs to have it back to me. I don't know if I can sleep without it. So where should we start, Kyle? Kyle's going to hand them to me and we'll talk about them. Some of the things I want to tell you about the history of how the design came up in my head, how we graphed it out, where the pattern came from, and that kind of thing.
So let's just start with some little wall hangings.
Okay.
Number 1, small acorns.
Isn't that cute? Now, the Easy Piecing Grid comes in different sizes, and this is 1/2 inch finished.
1 inch finished.
1 inch finished. 1 inch finished.
And the smaller they are, the easier they are to cut. You wouldn't think so, but the grid allows you a little bit of grace. And so the small ones are actually really easy peasy.
And they're really fun. And we've got some little odd things that we've made using this. A little pin cushion, a little like dollhouse rug, all kinds of fun little things that you can do, some miniature quilt blocks. So this is a strawberry.
My friend made that for me.
Yeah.
This is me playing with leftover scraps, and this normally sits on it smells like peanut butter. It normally sits on my little side table.
Yeah. So this was a reproduction fabric that we had, and we did a block of the month with it.
And I just took the squares I had and tried to make something pretty, and it was pretty.
And that's what Gail's doing right now at Sit and Sew. She just has cut boxes of 2.5 inch squares, and you're just randomly putting them on something, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Using them up.
Yep.
Yeah, using them up.
Great stash buster. This was my first one with half square triangles. Learned a lesson. When you're cutting half square triangles, you have to cut your strips bigger than the other strips or they come out too small. So this whole little section here, because it was a sample, my half squares turned out too small. And so I actually just appliqued a piece over here. But from here, you can't tell.
No. Yep. We did have these in kits.
Yeah, Turkey Tom. I have one kit left.
We have a pattern. If you like the turkey, we can get that to you. It's an easy little pattern. Okay.
So shall we show some non-traditional uses?
Explain the history of 10 Sisters, maybe?
Sure. Do we have a package of just the grid here?
No, you said leave those in the classroom.
Carmen and Patrick Geddes are the founders of 10 Sisters Easy Piecing Grid, and they wanted a product that was very lightweight, that did not feel heavy in a quilt, that had space around the squares, so when you sew it together, you don't have fabrics in your folds. And I'll show you all of that and explain what that means. And so they created this grid, and they wanted it to be accessible and easy. And Carmen's her joke is, if something's hard, she'll find an easy way to do it. And she will do that. And I'm all about easy and to make myself look really good. So I like it for that, because I can say, look as close as you want to my quilt. And you will see every point lined up. Well, maybe, but pretty much 95% of the quilt, every point's going to come out right. And you still have to sew straight, though. You know,
That part is a part of it.
that is, you know, you can't get away without sewing straight. But they created this, and they come in packages. We can order a bolt if you really love it and you want a bolt. We can
I have
order
a
you
bolt.
I have bolts at home myself, but they come in 1/2 inch finished, 1 inch finished, 2 inch finished, and
This is
inch and a half.
finished. This is a pin cushion.
yeah, that's 1/2 inch finished. And they also come in borders. So if you want to add, we have one example of that, of a panel, and Kyle did borders with the 10 Sisters. And so it's a great way to do a pieced border without having to actually piece it traditionally. Now, we still call this piecing. It's just piecing a different way. But we still
I mean,
call,
it
we
is
call
piecing.
it easy piecing.
Yes.
So the project
where
that
the
I am
one
working on, that I will talk about at the end for anyone interested in seeing it, it's using these long border strips. And so it comes in borders, and it even comes with an on-point border. Yeah, this is one of the borders.
On point border.
And this is Bonnie's. She made this and is waiting for the right quilt to put it on.
And so it ends like this, and you have your little pieces go over, and then you can square them up
And you
when
square
you're
it up.
ready.
Which is what mine will end up being too. It's not actually on point, but it will look like it's on point, and then I'll square it up, and that'll take the...
And this is regular borders, not on point.
And some of these we
With a
haven't
panel.
actually finished yet because we struggle with finishing things. None of you know anything about that.
We need
So-
stuff to do when we retire, so that's
Yeah.
what's happening
So-
here.
Kyle, how did you come up with the pattern to know how it was going to fit?
So I measured out my panel and measured out my border pieces, and then I actually went to graph paper with the same amount that I had, and I drew out a little design and applied it after.
Yeah. But she needs to write this pattern because I think it's great for panels. Yeah. So those are a couple ways you can use the border.
And there is a whole book for borders, and there's a lot of row by row quilts using the borders.
Yeah, which is really cool. And we'll pass the books around so you guys can look at them. But yeah, you just do row and row and a row with the border panels, and you have a quilt. So it goes really fast.
Do you want to, shall we pass it
Sure.
while we're looking? This
Sure.
is the book that's geared towards borders.
Yeah. And it also has the Boston Commons.
Which is, am I correct in thinking that is the reason why she made this stuff? Because she wanted to do a Boston Commons?
Something like that.
yeah.
I wouldn't quote us
Something
on
very
that,
complicated.
but she loves history, and she has 7 brothers and 10 sisters that are in their family, all the same family, same parents.
Poor mama.
No twins or multiples. And I like her books because there's a history behind all of them in the beginning. And so you can read about the quilts. The new heirloom one is reproduction patterns. And she talks about the history of where that particular quilt came from. And she's adapted it to have a modern feel with using the grid. So this is the quilt that I'm working on right over there. And I will, and this is the quilt Joanna, my sister, made, and I will show you this quilt towards the end of our time. So we'll pass these around, and you're welcome to look at any of the books before you purchase anything. That's fine.
She didn't mention how easy it is, but it is easy enough for a man to do it.
That's a working QR
So
code.
that's a working QR code. Well, it was working. It probably doesn't work now because
We've changed
things
it.
change. We've changed our website and stuff a little bit, but yeah. And I did this.
Yeah, and
I
it
did
will
all by
actually
myself.
scan.
Just took that QR code and just went to a Pixel website and pixelated it out so that it had every square in it, and then just drew it out, made sure I had the right number of panels, started laying it out, and I even did this sewing, and it does have some loops at the top so it can be hung. But I am not a piecer. Anybody who knows me knows I do not like to piece.
Is that 1 inch finished?
This is 1 inch finished.
1 inch finished. Yeah.
Yep, and if I had to do it again, I'd do it in 1/2 inch. I really would. Yep.
The smaller it is, the more awesome your designs look. Like if you were doing something artsy, using smaller pixels basically makes for a better design. And
Makes
the little
design a
ones
little
are
more-
the ones you play with.
You'll see that with her fish.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We do the-
My piece.
Okay, shall we start?
Yeah, let's start. Let's
Okay.
just get through some of these. We don't want to keep these people all night. This,
2 panels.
yeah, and this is a pattern on her website. And her patterns are either 0 cents or $1. And so you can get all kinds of patterns like this that are just 1 page. The class I'm teaching tomorrow, the Mosaic Table Runner, I'm going to show you a bunch of different versions of that table runner, and it is a pattern on her website. Yeah. So
The patterns on her websites are often 1 or 2 panel projects. And I think it has a lot to do with sometimes you have something left over and it's a great way to use up that panel.
yeah. This one is one that Gail made us, and it's in the children's book. So we'll pass that children's book around. I have another quilt out of the
Children's
children's book that my grandson has to sleep with. So we'll show you that in a minute.
I remember working on that one. I remember working on that one. Yes.
And this
Yeah.
is all in Kimberbell fabric too.
Yep.
Very cute.
Yep. So this one stays in the trunk at the shop, and we pull it out when we're doing
When we want to show off,
show.
we
doing
pull out
shows.
Gail's stuff.
The other ones are washed and well worn, so you will see how they wash.
Well loved.
Well loved. This is also in that children's book. This is my grandson's, and it is well loved. And it has flannel on the back, and it has just gotten softer the more they've washed it. And my daughter-in-law is really, she washes her quilts a lot. So,
It smells clean,
yeah.
like laundry soap.
Yeah. And they didn't know I needed well, I told them a while back, but they forgot. My son forgot to tell Ashley that I needed these.
Oh, this one's also from the baby book, I think.
Oh, is that the cow?
Yeah.
No, that one is mine.
Oh, okay. Your own design?
Yes.
Oh.
So these are mine. So we're going to wait for those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to show what you're going to do in class tomorrow since we're
Sure.
kind of
Let's show
halfway
the
through?
mosaic.
Okay. This is the newest mosaic. We have multiples.
So I used 2 jelly rolls for this because I wanted the 2 different colors, and 1 jelly roll was just too much of one. This is a fall version I didn't remember making and found it in my cabinet
Because
looking.
they go so quick.
Yeah. And it doesn't have binding on it yet. But yeah, these are all the same pattern. So-
They're different sizes.
This is the 2.5 inch squares, 2 inch finished.
This is
So
a 1 inch.
That is
finished,
the
maybe 1
inch and a
half.
half inch finished, which a few of my students tomorrow have chosen to do the smaller squares. So you start with 2 squares, 2 inch squares, sorry. Yeah. And
I love the sparkle green. It's so
yeah,
pretty.
that one Bonnie made. This was a class, and Bonnie made this, and we kidded
It's beautiful.
we kitted the fabrics for that class.
And that's it for the mosaics.
That's it for the no, the two that.
No, I mean for the mosaics.
Oh, so we got the fall one. We showed the fall
Yeah,
one too.
yep.
Okay, yeah. All right, so that's the mosaics.
So you want to talk about the other things we do
Sure.
with 10 Sisters?
And you're not limited to just quilts.
That's
with
right.
10 Sisters.
So we have bags.
Oh.
This one's smushed, but you can make bags. This one was one panel and some siding. This is, Joanna made this. This is to carry your laptop,
Wow.
right?
Yeah. And
Then-
Gail made this
Yes,
one.
Gail made this one. And then we have a pillow.
Oh.
And you designed that.
I
didn't
did
you?
design that.
Graph paper.
Mm-hmm. And this is me using the panel. I did all of my leaves using the panel. Let's see, I pulled these out
The
so
grid.
you could see it. The grid, sorry.
Oh, okay.
So I built out my leaves, pressed them all, cut them down to the right size, and then I just treated it like any old block because it's soft and floppy, and there's no reason why it needs to be special. But perfect points, which I would not be able to do if I were pinning.
You want to pass it over? They
Half
can.
square triangles. You just make your half square triangles. And then just
Yes,
put
and
it on as if they're.
yep, and you take your half square triangle midline and you make sure it's touching your two corners and the grid does the rest. You do have to cut your half square triangle strips before you cut the little ones. And the first time you don't do that, you will remember forevermore.
I'll pass the grid around so you can get a feel. As you see at all four corners of the square, there's a little crosshatch, a little cross or X. That is the meeting point. So when you put your square down, you want your points to be pointed right into that triangle of the crossing point. And then your points come out perfect. Yeah. And so whatever unit you're going to make, in the new book, there is an illusion quilt. And part of what makes it an illusion is she snowballs a corner of a square. And so she makes all of her snowballs, all the squares with that corner snowballed, and then she treats it as just like all the other squares. So when you're using this, it just has to be a grid. It has to be the same size squares that you're using as you sew.
Like I find a lot of patterns besides hers. I will look under pixelated art, like
That's how
patterns
some of mine are.
on Pinterest, and also embroidery cross stitch patterns work for these because they are gridded out. And like my son learned to sew using a panel. I gave him a rainbow of pre-cut squares and he would make his little pictures and I would walk in, press it, and then he would sew his straight lines. Or the best part though, is sometimes he would just sit and he'd make a picture and he'd say, come look, come look. And I'd run over and he'd go, what do you think? And shake it out and do another one.
Yeah.
So we don't have a lot sewn, but that kept him busy for a while.
Yeah, and one of the other reasons I love 10 Sisters is you get to preview what you're sewing before you sew. So it helps you not use your seam ripper quite as much and I have done things upside down in the middle of the grid after it's sewn together, and you can rip it out and reposition it. It's not very easy.
But it could be worse.
No, it could be a lot worse. Like this project I'm working on, I laid it out on the floor, made sure that all my squares are going the right way and that it lined up before I fused it even. But we do use a little bit of glue stick to glue the squares down first, so you don't have them flying all over your room when you're taking it to the iron. And then you use a super hot iron and you fuse them down. But it does take a really hot iron. We've learned that the hard way because some irons shut off too fast. And we're like, why isn't this working? because the iron had shut off. Okay, so moving on.
This is an odds and ends piece. I've got, sometimes when I make kits with panels, we end up with a strip left or something if it's just for a block, and I save them all and then I fuse them. And these are all the scraps that I've randomly cut. But it is not all nice panels, but it does look beautiful. And so this is just kind of me hanging on to squares, making things, and then when I get one full, I sew it together. And so someday I will have a truly scrappy scrap quilt.
Yeah, which is how originally they were. They were all different types of fabrics and okay, what else? do you
So
have?
let's show our little single panel. This is one panel.
We do have a pumpkin kit.
We have a few, I think.
And that is this one. And it's for, and I have another pumpkin one I did that I can't find.
Yeah. And the pumpkin kit we have is actually a bigger runner than this. This is a single panel.
Yeah.
So it comes with the Ten Sisters material.
Yes.
The kits we make,
we
yes.
make do have the 10 sister panels in there. So it's a great way to try it, see if you like it.
So this was
one thing we
Julie's first
forgot
one, I think.
about different things that
Was
they
this
made.
your first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are 2 new patterns that she came out with. A tote bag,
Christmas
and you have
stocking.
3 different sizes of tote bags that you can make. And then stocking. So these are some other kind of different.
Made
You
by
know?
them, not us, so there's no fabric in them.
There's no fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Joy smaller.
Yeah. Different, you know how things look so different, different colorways.
Mhm.
Are you able to, you seeing what we're making here? Okay.
This is a wall hanging with applique. Oop, down there.
Yeah, Kyle made this to play with colors.
We had gotten this line in and I wanted to make something with it, and so I made this. And then I forgot about it, and now it's going to go up on a wall because I forgot about this one, but I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how you forget. Oh, how do we forget this stuff? Okay. Is that all of our stuff?
Yep, now we're on to
Joanna's.
Joanna's.
Joanna, if you want to say anything about any of them.
I will chime in if I, so.
Huh?
I'll chime in if I need to.
Yeah. So this was
This way.
I forgot you made this one. It's a,
Was
How did
this
you
the
get
10
this pattern?
Sisters? I thought you told me you just made this.
I might have just made it.
I think you
I
did.
think I just downloaded a picture off the internet and then converted it.
I like how he's to the side and he looks
Yeah.
really modern. Very cool.
yeah. Yeah, that one's really fun. This one,
That's her
Last.
best in commons. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
I didn't want to over to you guys, so I didn't bring it.
Oh, wow.
she has this hanging in her media room as a wall.
Half inch.
Half an inch.
Half-inch finished.
No, it's a half inch.
And is there,
So I guess.
what color? Do you only have 3 fabrics in here? But you only have 3 fabrics in here, huh?
Well, the blue is variegated, yeah. I don't know. There may be.
Isn't that beautiful?
Wow.
Batiks. Yeah. I
And
like that.
show off her quilting. We got to show the back.
Yes.
Joanna is a very good quilter.
What? I don't know what you're doing.
So this is the back.
This is not, I don't know if you guys can see this very well. It's beautiful.
And this one's well loved. Is there a top and a bottom?
I don't think so.
No.
Is this an Irish chain?
That is my Irish chain, yes.
What happened to the Scottish one you were working on?
I didn't bring that because it's
Because you didn't have enough of a fabric, right?
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
to rip off all the background and.
Yeah, so
So.
is this a pattern in one of the books?
No, that was an Irish chain that I converted.
But I think
She has some Irish chains.
yeah. If
Yeah.
it's not in the book, it might be online. I've definitely seen it.
Okay. This is her Boston Commons.
I
2-inch finished, right?
could have swore that Carmen said this quilt was the reason why she made this stuff, because she wanted to do this quilt.
I don't remember if it's 2
Oop.
or 2.5.
This
I
looks like
think it's 2-inch finished.
Yeah.
And this is in that book we passed around. And this one is using the border panels.
on point.
No, this one wasn't border panels? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, 'cause remember you laid them out diagonally on the floor?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, they're border panels.
Were they? And I think they were the on point border panels.
I don't remember. If
I
they
can't
were on
remember.
point.
No?
One that's still
Oh.
on that's not here.
So they're regular border panels,
Yeah.
but when you lay them out on point.
On a diagonal.
Yes,
Yeah,
I remember
and
you
that's-
laying these out the night before retreat, and it was all sewn up when everybody got there. So that's how quickly Joanna
I
can
remember
sew.
her. And you know, when you first start before you sew, they're really big. And you don't realize how much they shrink when you sew it. And then you go, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. It's, seam allowance. But she quilted this. Did you use rulers or did you? You used
The
rulers?
quilting is fantastic.
And she wanted it to look hand
Just a
quilted.
Longer
Stitch.
to make it look like a hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep, this one's stunning.
So we started this together. We were going to do it together. Well, guess who didn't do it?
Mine done.
Joanna's the finisher.
So-
Julie's the starter.
So we went when Whitehall was still the old shop, the little house. We went and picked out all this reproduction fabric. And well, she did hers and mine's laying right there. And I opened the box. I'm like, oh, okay. How did I pick these fabrics out? How are they going to match? I don't know.
Oh, we're getting
Okay,
to the end
So
here.
now we're to my stuff. And this was a pixel image that I got.
It looks so good.
Yeah. Is it upside down?
Nope.
For my
So you kind of
granddaughter.
have to back up because the squares are big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not a duck. It's a cow.
It's
cow.
Moo.
But I took a pixel image and I printed it. And when you print a pixel image, you can see the squares. So we blew it up a little bit. And then I just followed the same kind of graph as like the patterns in her books. And the next one is another pixel image, and I will pass around. I actually have the pattern that. All right, where did I put it?
It's under under the pillow. Right here.
Okay. So I will pass this around.
Because somebody-
I'll pass this around so you can see kind of how I took a pixel image and converted it.
Is that dark?
It's Stormtrooper. So here's the pixel image that I got off the internet, and this is my color chart. So I'll pass it around. So getting the shadows all right. So the shadows look like the picture. That was kind of the challenge. And when I was new to doing all this pixel stuff, and I'm thinking, well, I hope it turns out, because I have no idea if it's going to turn out or not.
Very cool.
That's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, these are kind of those that the further back you stand, the more you see the image. So doing this again with 2-inch finished, you would probably see some of the detail a little more. Okay, and this one is the front This one I put on my bed in the fall, and it's this front picture. So you guys have seen these because you've seen me do them at retreat. So
This one's heavy.
That's why Buddy got up, because
Oh, wow.
it's extreme. And I double batted this. I did cotton and wool.
this is our
So-
wintertime bed cover.
So, and I'll lay it out over there on the table so you can get a close look and feel it, how heavy it is. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And in hindsight, I would not have done such a tight quilting. I would have done something bigger and looser because I feel like the tight stuff, I ended up losing some of my
You getting
piecing.
your-
So, but yeah, I think this was 12 or 13 panels. I don't know. It's in there. Okay. Huh? I did cotton batting, and then on top I put wool batting. Because I wanted the top to show the quilting, but I wanted the weight of the cotton. And because it's a more fall winter quilt,
You did, huh?
I did, yeah.
I feel like Joanna did.
Did you quilt that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you think you quilted that
I
one?
did think I quilted that. No, I thought I did.
You did double batting. I think I put the wool on top.
Julie, I'm not sure
Which
what.
way is up?
Yeah, which way is? Oh, well, the water is up, right?
Get the pattern, show them the pattern.
Okay, so this is,
There's a question about wool batting.
oh yeah,
So how does it wash up?
Great.
beautiful.
It really,
Mhm.
I do sometimes give my wool quilts an extra round in the dryer to ensure that they are fully dry.
Yeah,
That is my only, and when I quilt with wool, now ours doesn't do this, but some wool kind of needs to rest and settle.
yeah.
Our packages don't seem to, well, and they move fast
It's the
too.
reason I like the brand that we do because you just need to lay the wool out for a little while so that it,
There's no point in me
loosens,
helping you. I'm not
but some
telling
of the
you.
packaging, the wrinkles don't come out of it, the wool batting, and you have to let it lay flat for a few days to get it to settle down. Okay, so this is it.
oh, wow.
Oh.
Wow.
This is the picture that I printed.
Purchased a pixel image online,
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, I did buy the image because it was an artist.
and then we made it bigger.
And then
Multiple
Buddy
pieces.
blew it up. It's a little tattered.
And she graphed it out by square and then again by panel
Yep.
because you work in individual panels. So it's a great way to break it up.
So I counted 9 by 14 and I outlined it so that, and then as I went, I would like fold it so where I just saw the panel I was working on, or I would cover the rest of it. But this is my baby. I will pass these around so you can look at it.
You know what? If we could back
Why
up
don't
a
you get in the
little,
middle?
it would look so much better.
Why don't you get on that side? Kyle's too.
Kyle's too short.
Wow. Isn't that something?
I
And
want to do it again with 1/2 inch finished. This is 1.5 inches finished. And I showed Patrick and Carmen, and Patrick's like, you need to do it 1/2 inch finished.
back to work.
But they loved it, yeah.
And didn't that get a ribbon at the
At our
quilt
last
show?
quilt show, yeah, I did get a
This
ribbon.
is 1 inch.
1 inch finished? Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, this is 1 inch finished. Sorry, guys.
That's small.
That
That's
is small.
beautiful.
We
So
can-
1/2 inch finish, it's what would be half this size, right?
Here.
Yeah,
Wow. That
So,
sounds right.
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll lay this on the table so you can look at it close. Well, I think that's all my quilts that we gathered. And Gail, did you do a quilt with the Tin Sisters?
No.
I don't think so. I did, yes, because I
I
gave
said-
it to the school.
I thought you did. Yeah.
Using all my.
Yeah.
I save 2.5 inch squares from all my boutiques. I don't throw boutiques away, and I have a box of 2.5 inch square. And the quilt I'm doing now, and what's really nice is you have just this panel to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So I iron my pieces on it and it stays. It's awesome stuff. And then I just take it to class on Wednesday or so.
Okay.
And then I just sew my sweaters. I have to make 9 of them to make a quilt, and they're all my scraps
Mm-hmm.
with white squares.
Yes, and so the 10 Sisters stuff is 15% off through tomorrow. And if you are still interested in taking the class, we have room, so we can sign you up for that. But I kind of want to show you, all of you have you all seen the AccuQuilt in action? Yep. Okay, if you want to see the AccuQuilt in action, I will do a demo in the shop with you. We didn't get around to dragging that in here. But yes, so the new Grizzly die with the electric, you can do 12 layers of fabric. So this is about 1,000 squares. It took me about 20 minutes because I was able to use that Grizzly die, layer my fabric, 12 layers, run it through, cut my strips, and then take my strips and lay them 90 degrees on that die and run it through and cut all my squares. Yeah, so I love it in conjunction. You don't have to have the AccuQuilt to do 10 Sisters.
No,
but
not at all.
I love having it so that I can cut my squares really fast. So yeah, so this is what I'm working on. Honey, I'll have you help me hold this. So right now it's fused. So I started, it's very long, we'll do it sideways. So this is the center. It's two
I think
border.
this is your center right here.
Uh-huh. It's 2 border panels. So this is how long a border panel is.
No, this
9
is
That's 4.
It's 4, yeah, sorry. It's 9 by 36 is the size of the panels. So I have 2 rows. That's what I meant to say. I have 2 rows. And this is the center. And so we're laying it out diagonally. And I laid it out on the floor to make sure. And I almost screwed up because they weren't matching. And Buddy's like, oh, wait, you have this other panel up 1 row. So I had to move it down 1 row and then everything matched. So it's like, it's good to have a second pair of eyes.
and that's a mistake that you can't really see if you're pinning squares. You don't have the visual, and I feel like this really saves you from some issue.
So
Perfect points, no pins, no blood.
My daughter and I did this one evening this last weekend. We worked on it together. She did one of the rows and I did one of the rows. And we tried to share the pattern between the 2 of us. I kept asking, which color is this one?
Very nice.
Yeah, so
It's really gonna be nice to leave.
yeah.
What size is that gonna finish?
1 inch finished.
No, but what is the size of the quilt?
Oh, the size of the quilt is going to be 76. Oops, 76 by 84.
That's a nice. Look how big it is.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It really shrinks. Yeah, that's what I found with that.
So you're gonna sew the rows now?
Yeah. And so I'm going to do I'm going to fuse as many rows together as I can. And then you're going to just sew it one direction, right sides together,
Okay.
all the way across. Yeah, I have a little demo here. Let me show you.
When I do big quilts, I kind of do it different.
Oops.
I don't know if it's because I'm short or what, but I have a hard time handling them when they're fused. So I will do all my panels one at a time, sew them all in place, trim them up, and then piece them. There is a lot of different, well, I guess there's 2 different ways but the results are the same.
Yeah, I like that quilt, my bed quilt. So that one, I fused the rows to all 1 row. I fused them all together. Then I sewed that row. And I fused the second row all together and I sewed that row. So the only pinning I did was putting the rows together. And that's how I like to do it. So this has been in my box for probably 2 years. And they're still stuck.
Well, they're still stuck, as Julie boost the crap out of them. I can't say I've had that experience.
I have fused them and they do come off. You can refuse them, but this one's getting pretty tattered. But so you're going to sew right sides together all the way across one direction, right sides together, 1/4 inch. And then you get this. So this is sewn one direction. And
Fold the other way.
the other way. And so then you're going to clip your seams right here between the rows, and then you're going to sew right sides together the other direction.
And it wants to fold. There's just enough give in the grid lines that it just flops right over.
Yeah.
Why do you clip it?
So that when you go, they're nested together.
Oh, okay.
So your seams are all nested together. That's why you clip it. And so it lays flat. So you see that? Did you see it, Teresa?
It goes one way or the other way.
Yeah. So when you snip it, like let's say this row, I snip this row, and so then when I go this direction, they nest because I'm going to sew this
And that's
direction.
kind of
now.
what I do too. And I will
Right up
have,
to the
instead
thread.
of having something like this, because
Mhm.
sometimes I
Yep.
work on stuff and I'm like, run out of squares. And so I'll just do a panel at a time. I've got them all hanging in my closet and I'll pull them out.
And so then this is what you end up with
Look how perfect it is.
after you sew it. Yeah.
And so Julie and I are very different quilters. Julie is a precision, very precise quilter, especially in her cutting.
I'm fussy.
I am not. I'm a little on the sloppy side, and I tend to have squares that are maybe a little more diamonds than squares, or I missed a little bit on one of them. As long as your square is within a 1/4 inch of that line, the grid will pull it together.
Mhm.
So our little hair short of being the right size, they're still the right size.
Yeah, so that's why with the AccuQuilt, now I would not do 12 layers cut at once if I needed squares exactly right.
Mm.
Because you've got all those layers, so there's a chance that some of the fabric might shift a little bit through the middle of those layers. But I would do 4 for sure. But
Unless
with
it
this,
was a
doesn't
grizzly
matter.
die, right? Because the grizzly
Well, the
die
grizzly
can
is
do...
the 12 layers, but
okay.
I did that with this, but
Mhm.
some of my squares aren't exactly square. So if I was doing a quilt that I had to piece where my square is exact, I would not do that many layers. Just
I
like
would.
normal,
I would.
just like normal cutting when you cut for a normal quilt with the rotary cutter. So yeah, so when you sew these right sides together, that's one of the differences between this product and other products on the market is the little give around the square, the dotted lines. So
If
you're
holding it, does that matter whether you sew it vertically or horizontally?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
no, I always start with the vertical just out of habit. But yeah, so when you fold them to sew, it just folds so nice and you don't have any fabric inside that fold.
So cool.
So that's the difference between this product and other products.
And it's a great
You-
way to
Your
teach
squares are
people
on
to
top
sew
of each other.
because they can be creative, yet the sewing part is just
Nope,
focusing
no
on a
pins.
straight line.
No
So
pins, no
my
clips,
son is
nothing.
all about that stuff. Well, not
Until
anymore.
you're sewing, if you're going to sew panels together
Oh,
and your lining seams up that way, I use pins. But yeah, take a look at that. Yeah, so I have a couple things that I love in life: machine embroidery and easy piecing Tin Sisters grid. Those are my cheats in the world. I'll do blocks in the hoop and I'll do blocks on Tin Sisters. Yeah, so thank you guys for coming. Any questions? Thanks for my regulars that have seen this already coming.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys coming back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And we do have some product that goes well with AccuQuilt if you're interested. One of the things we have started making, because pre-cuts are great, we've been doing these little squares that we're cutting on the AccuQuilt. There's enough in here to do 2 panels. So for instance, Julie's mosaic or anything. But we're keeping the price nice and low so that those of you who are taking classes or maybe want to try it and aren't sure you want to do all the cutting, we got you covered. And I will continue to make these as long as my arms will hold out with the AccuQuilt.
Yeah, and these are the two roll-ups that I did my table runner with. And I used maybe half of each, if that. There's only 3 of the same print, so if you want the same print and you want it all to match, then that's why I did 2 different ones. And I will be teaching this class sometime in the fall. There are, honey, do you remember? There is 2-inch finish, which is 20 by 14, 1.5-inch finish, which is 15 by 11. Then we have 10 by 7 and 5 by 3.5. And I believe it comes.
Boy, they're really cute.
It comes with.
This one says 2 panels of 1.5 finished grid.
Yeah. 2 panels of 1.5-inch finished.
And
Yeah.
we did some little blocks. So everything is in here, including the grid, but it just makes a single block for anyone who's like, I don't know if I like this or not. I just want to try it. This is a great way to try it without doing a whole quilt. And
It is an investment.
yes. I love it though.
Perfection is worth the investment for me.
And then we have Joy, which is the one you guys saw. We have it in a red and green version. Got a lot of patriotics, runners, and flags.
We
Right.
even have a turkey tom.
1 Turkey Tom left. I love Turkey Tom, and I really wanted to make him where his legs went like this and have 2 of them so they were dancing, but we sold them all, and I need 2. But I thought
Didn't
Turkey
we have
Tom,
another kit that you cut that was.
I've got pumpkins, 2 patriotics, Tom. Oh,
Where are the kits you cut?
clearance. Those are the kits I cut.
Oh, you cut the joy. You cut the joy.
Yeah, and I actually have one more.
Okay, 4 joys and 4 harvest.
The joy, that's sad.
Yeah, she cut the joy. Yeah. Yeah.
And I forgot, this is a bed runner,
Oh, okay.
and it is the last of the fairy frost in this shop.
Wow.
So just putting that out there.
Yeah.
I made this. It's very Swedish. My mom wanted it because she loved it. It's pretty cute.
So anyway, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.